And the last part we have here is graphing our polynomials. So number 14 is actually factored already for you. So this is kind of nice because you're just going to take all your factors and plot them on your graph and use your end behavior to figure out whether you're going to start down and end up or whatever you got to do. Right. Now for number 13, I'll go actually through both of these. So for number 13, all right, we want to factor this first. It'll probably be a little bit easier. So to factor this thing, we want to figure out what multiplies to -4 and adds to a -3. So that's going to be an x plus 1 and an x minus 4. And if we set both of those factors equal to 0, that'll give us x equals -1 and x equals a positive 4. Right, so these are going to be my two x-intercepts that I graph. All right, so down here, we'll take these, and we have -1, so we're going to make a point here at -1, and a positive 4 right there. Now, the second thing we're going to do is we're actually going to figure out where our y-intercept is. So the y-intercept that I have here is going to be, if we plug in a 0 and a 0, right, that will give us 0, 0, and -4. So my y-intercept, 1, 2, 3, is going to be down here at -4. Let me move this down just a touch. All right, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we look at our leading coefficient and our degree to see what our end behavior will be. So my degree here is 2, and my leading coefficient is 1, so that's positive. So my end behavior needs to look like it's in this direction. So we can finish off our graph by going down. We're going to go through both of our intercepts. Not sure why this isn't sticking on here. There we go. Okay, not very pretty, but you get the picture. Now, for number 14, we already have our factors like we said. So for number 14, if we take a look of our factors, our first factor will be x equals -1. Our second one will be x equals -2. Our third one will be x equals +2. And our fourth one, if we just move our x over, would be x equals +1. So again, we'll put these on our graph. So we have -1, we have -2, we have a +2, and a +1. Now, my end behavior, if I multiply the front piece of all these, we have x, we have x, we have x. I'm going to rewrite this as -x plus 1, because we're going to multiply by that -x. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 x's, and it's negative because we have positive, 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 and negative. Right, so we have a negative and we have an even. Right, so that means that the ends of our graph are both going to be going in the downward direction. Now my multiplicity is 1 on all of these things, so we're actually just going to continue our graph like so. I could make this a little bit more accurate in terms of my y-intercept. If we multiply these, our ending pieces together, right, my ending pieces together would be 1, 2, -2, and a +1. So that'll give us -4 as our intercept. So realistically, we could have made this here come all the way down at -4. Okay, these will probably be a little bit different, but when we're just looking for a sketch, that's all we really need on there.